Welcome to the Wild Review. I'm the Wild Reviewer, and welcome to day 17 of 25 Wild Christmas Review Days. Before we go on, I just want to apologize for the sound of my voice. I don't have anything wrong with it, but I'm going to try to be a little more quiet tonight, mostly because this is a bad time that I'm filming. The unfortunate thing is I was busy doing a bunch of things today, so I didn't exactly get to make this video at the time I wanted to, and this is the only time that I could find time for doing it. So for the sake of not waking up people that are sleeping in this house right now, I'm going to be a little low tonight, except for when I do the voiceover for going to the description of what I'm going to talk about, which will be in a few seconds. That I'm going to film the next day, which for you will just be in a few seconds because I'm going to be a little louder for that. So I won't be making a lot of exciting noises like I usually do when I do these things, so hopefully you can excuse that for tonight. We're going to have a nice, calm, soothing discussion tonight about the special we're going to talk about, and then we can go back to the more lively and exciting things tomorrow. Yeah, so with that all said, let's talk about Charlie Brown. Released in 1965, this holiday classic focuses on our good old pal Charlie Brown, who's complaining and is very overwhelmed on how commercialized the Christmas season has become. As he's down in the dumps, Lucy suggests that he should become the director of the school's Christmas pageant. Of course, Charlie Brown accepts as he hopes to find the true meaning of Christmas in the process of directing this play. However, things don't exactly work out the way that he planned. Everyone's just dancing around, making comments on how sucky Charlie Brown is as a person altogether, and then they make him go from a director to a prop scout, as they send him out to find a Christmas tree. Of course, in a field that has a bunch of big Christmas trees, Charlie finds a small tree and sees something in it that everyone else doesn't. Unlike a big green Christmas tree, this tree that Charlie Brown picks is very small and looks very sickly. This has everybody up Charlie Brown's ass, claiming that he's the worst person ever because why would you pick a small tree? And now contemplating on what he did, Charlie Brown sees no hope in learning the true meaning of Christmas. But it isn't until Linus makes a humongous speech on the stage to everyone, including the audience, what the true meaning of Christmas is all about, thus bringing the Christmas spirit back into Charlie Brown, having hope in his little Christmas tree. Here's the thing about Charlie Brown, I don't know why it's so special. Like, it's one of those specials that I'll watch it and I'll physically try to understand, why is this such a big hit? Why do people love watching this special? And sometimes when I watch it, I kind of contemplate the reasons why, but I can never come to a full answer to what makes this special so special. But if I had to guess, it's probably because this was the first of its kind. I'm not sure if a lot of people know this about Peanuts, but although the comic strip has been around way before this special, Charlie Brown Christmas was actually the first televised special of the characters. This was the first time we heard the characters' voices. This is the first time we see them moving on screen. This is the first time we get any sort of television or movie release based off of these characters. And while I wouldn't say this is the major reason why people enjoy this so much, because it's the first time we're seeing these characters, I think just the pacing of the special, the way it was put together, the jokes in it, I think that's what makes the special very unique and very timeless for those people who love watching this special. One main thing that definitely spawned from this special that I know has been a staple of Peanuts altogether is the Peanuts theme song, which is the song that you can hear played on the piano. They play it in the beginning of Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, Great Pumpkin. It's basically the theme song for Charlie Brown or Peanuts or Snoopy or anything like that. The jokes in it are very entertaining too, although they are very lowbrow and dry. Remember, this is the 60s that this came out in, so these jokes were funny during their time, and they're still funny today. One of my favorite scenes includes Lucy and Schrodinger when it's just the two of them, and Schrodinger, he's the kid that plays the piano, and she's like, do you know how to play Jingle Bells? And he plays Jingle Bells, but she's describing it. It's like, no, it's like this, but there's no other way you could play Jingle Bells. I find that scene very humorous. Another one with Lucy is when she goes over with Linus saying, here, I'll give you 5 reasons why you shouldn't have that blanket, and she makes a fist. And I wouldn't say it's like, ha-ha funny, like the kind of comedy that would make your stomach hurt, but they're nice little jokes that set the mood very nice for a certain setting like this film takes place in. Something else that I just find very unique and interesting about this special compared to everything else that we've seen before is that this is the first Christmas special / movie that we have seen that has not taken place on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. This just takes place somewhere in December. We're never given an exact date to where in December this is. We don't know if it is on Christmas Eve or maybe a few days before. Maybe it's the beginning of December. We don't really know. But overall, this is a very enjoyable special. I know a lot of people love watching it. My parents love watching it. I have relatives that love watching it, and I love watching it. I only started watching it only just a few years ago, and it's because growing up I was never really a Charlie Brown or Peanuts fan. It wasn't until I had to do a biography project on Charles Schulz, who's the creator of Peanuts, that I got into watching Charlie Brown stuff. So ever since I ended up doing that, I made sure that I checked out A Charlie Brown Christmas, and after that I made sure I watched Great Pumpkin, and then a few years ago I started watching the Thanksgiving special. That's also another thing to bring up. Charlie Brown seems to be a staple of almost every single holiday. There seems to be a holiday special with this character, and they all seem to be very unique and become a staple of that holiday. So that's really all I gotta say about Charlie Brown Christmas. I enjoy watching it. I think it's a great special. It's definitely a classic, and if you have not seen it yet, which if you haven't, I don't know what's wrong with you, you should probably check it out. I think it would definitely lighten up your Christmas spirit if you're feeling down like Charlie Brown is sometimes. So, I sound like a jazz singer. I have to be so quiet. So with that all said, I now want to pass the questions over to you. What do you think of It's a Charlie Brown Christmas? Do you enjoy watching it? Do you make it a point to watch it every year? Do you not like the special? And if not, do you have any other Charlie Brown specials or Peanut specials that you enjoy watching? Do you agree or disagree with anything that I said in this video? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. That's it for day 17 of 25 Wild Christmas Review Days. Tomorrow will be a bit more louder and more energetic, but for now, I'm just gonna go to bed and just gonna sleep the night away because I had a pretty long day today. So with that, I'll see you tomorrow for something that your parents' parents most likely grew up with. I don't know if that makes sense because, see, in yesterday's video I said with this one that this is something your parents may have grown up with, and now with the one we're going to talk about tomorrow, it's something your parents' parents grew up with, you know, your grandparents. So give me a break, I'm tired, folks. Hey there, pals. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I'm about to go to bed because I am extremely tired, but I just realized that I didn't bring up one important factor, a question that I always have when I watch this special. I should probably put this here. I should have probably did the video in here, although it's a bit echoey. So although A Charlie Brown Christmas is a ultimate holiday classic, I enjoy watching it every year, and I'm sure a lot of you all do too. The one thing that I've always wondered about Charlie Brown is the end scene. So if you know the special, you'll know that Charlie Brown, he takes the tree and he puts a little ornament that's on Snoopy's dog house on it, and he thinks he killed it, and that kind of destroys his whole Christmas spirit, thinking, you know, oh, I can't do anything right. Well, the whole Peanut gang ends up following him, and they look at the tree even more and realize, you know, hey, it wasn't such a bad tree after all, and so they take all of Snoopy's decorations and put it on the tree. One of the questions that I've always had about this special is how the hell did they make that tree look like an actual tree just by putting decorations on it? Like, we know the tree was just a little stick and had a few branches. It was sickly looking. How the hell did it go from this to looking like this? That is one of the questions that I would probably never know about this special, but other than that, that's just a tiny little nitpick about it. Overall, again, I really enjoy this special. I like watching it, and I look forward to seeing it next year. So with that all said, I'm going to go to bed now. Thanks for watching The Wild Review. I'm The Wild Reviewer, and you just saw me review a thing. See? I said it. You can sleep easy now.